Hey everybody, happy afternoon. It's Daryl here. Happy Monday. It is lunchtime, noon here in Connecticut on the East Coast this fine, fabulous Monday. I want to talk to you guys a little bit about social media once again. I'm intrigued by what people put out there. It's interesting. I like seeing different parts of the country, what Trump supporters are talking about. Really, that's one of the things I am most interested in, is just observing, because it amazes me. Okay, we have this situation now where this is becoming a bigger story with Russia supposedly paying for the Taliban to take out U.S. soldiers, and this has exploded into a big story. I haven't talked much about this, but there's a good reason for that. Bo, the fifth column, a lot of my viewers found me through him, and he did a great video on this a couple days ago, and he is much more knowledgeable when it comes to the Army and intelligence than I could ever be, and I think he covered it very well already so far. So I really didn't talk much about it myself, but this is what scares me. Truly scares me that Trump supporters across the country aren't even talking about this whatsoever. This is what I believe. I believe that as soon as they hear the word Russia, it's been pounded, it's been brainwashed into their head that this was a hoax. It's a hoax, the Russia hoax, and they believe that. And as soon as they hear that, and Trump's going to come out and say, it's just another attempt by the radical left to, another more lies and hoaxes. And I don't think they even take the time to investigate the specifics of the story at all. The American servicemen, we're talking about the deaths of servicemen. These servicemen that Trump supporters are supposed to be so concerned about, so supportive of. These are the same servicemen that they got so enraged when Colin Kaepernick actually took a knee. They're so concerned about supporting these servicemen, yet they don't even want to take 5 minutes to investigate the story. It's disheartening. It's aggravating. It's angering. And this is a thing too. A lot of times, you hear people talk about how Trump isn't just the problem. It's his supporters, and Trump is a symptom of this anti-scientism, this anti-truth hatred that's been building up in America. I hate to even say that. It's depressing to think about this. So anyway, I'm talking about Trump supporters, and they're just willful ignorance. I've never used those two words with such intent and purpose as I do right now. I mean, it is truly willful ignorance on the part of these Trump supporters, where you talk about people putting their fingers in their ears and go, nah, I can't hear you. I mean, they do that to almost a literal sense. And okay, so I do have a TikTok account. Okay, Artist in Recovery. I made a few videos, and most of them I just made to advertise this. I'm not. The thing with Facebook, the thing with TikTok is they're just little blurbs. TikTok, and when I went on there again yesterday and today, it's just little snippets of angry people, angry, hateful people. And then a lot of young girls are just looking for attention in the wrong ways. It's I hate to say this, but it really is the worst of the worst. It's the bottom of the bucket on most not all, but a lot. And like here on YouTube, you can find out history. You can find out, where we talk about solutions, ideas, reasons, history, and all that. On YouTube, you just have these hateful people, and they're hateful on both sides, right and left, but especially the right. When I got on there the other day, it was a lot of. I was amazed. The last time I went on was about a month ago, and I think my thinking is that after the Trump's Tulsa rally, and how word got out that TikTok people set up fake accounts and trolled Trump and made him think that he had 1 million people looking for tickets. I think that got out, and I think there's a lot of angry Trump supporters now on TikTok. That's my reasoning. Let's say out of 10, as I flip through the videos, let's say out of 20 videos, I'd say at least 10 or 12 of them were angry Trump supporters. Usually, almost all exclusively, groups of white men talking about how they work so hard, damn it, get a job. They just assume that they're the only ones that work. I don't want to get off track here, but it really appears to me that these people aren't happy with their lives. I work. I make money. I love what I do. I love my life. But even Trump supporters around me seem to really dislike their jobs. And it seems like they're just unhappy. So anyway, back to these Trump supporters on TikTok. And it was always groups of white men and a lot of like bikers, bearded, tattooed guys trying to look tough, saying that, and they all talked about Antifa. All of them talked about these Antifa rallies. If they come to my town, there was one guy saying that he was in front of a store. He said it was his store. And he said, a busload of Antifa just pulled up into town, and I'm going to protect my store even if I have to do this or that. And, but you don't see any bus. You don't see, and in these videos, you don't see these supposed Antifa. And they all use this wording. And most people, like me, most of us out here in the real world realize that it's a combination of black and white people out there at these protests that want to see a better America, less racism, more equality for everybody. I mean, until everybody has equality, none of us do. Until we're all free, none of us are free. Until there's justice for all of us, there's justice for none of us, and I truly believe that. And then I started thinking about how they all were using the same wording, and the light bulb went on. And they all watch and read the Trump tweets. They watch Fox News, and then they take that in, and then they spew it out twice as strong. That Antifa's in my town, and I'm going to defend my house. Here's the thing: only these angry, violent these violent Trump supporters threatening violence are the only ones that are talking about Antifa. I didn't see one video of somebody saying, well, I'm Antifa, or there's a bus full of Antifa, an actual picture or anything. Nobody is talking about Antifa except Donald Trump and his supporters. It's like that boogeyman you got to be scared of, and you could see how it's working in these videos. These big burly guys are getting all bent out of shape. The veins are popping out on their heads. They're threatening to do this and that, and with all their weaponry and this wasn't just one video. It was one after the next. Here's the thing too. As I told you guys, I've learned, negativity. I do not allow negativity in my life. The law of attraction, positive attracts positive. I truly believe that. I didn't leave one comment, not one single comment. I left after about an hour. I left TikTok just as how I found it. I did not leave one comment or response or anything because I don't want that negativity on me. I don't want that dirty, angry feeling coming back to me. And I believe it does. I do. And there were some liberal Democrat people like me that were also angry out there. That whole platform strikes me as not good. It's just the violence, the negativity, the young girls looking for attention in bikinis, and it's not a good cross section of America by any means. It's the bottom of the bottom of the barrel, really. If the rest of the world is looking at TikTok and thinking that this is America, man, that crushes me. So anyway, back to these videos. You see how well this works. The Trump supporters will just zone out any real information. One other thing, I kept seeing videos of supposedly these people breaking in buildings. Some were white guys. There's another video with black guys breaking in. It looked like the doors to Trump Tower, but it wasn't. And all these videos said this is happening right now in Minneapolis, in Oklahoma, and wherever. And so I got on Google because I watch the news all the time. I read the papers all the time. And there's a few little brush ups. There was a little brush up here with the Columbus statue coming down. People got a little pushy, but it was over. I'm talking about breaking, smashing windows, rioting. And if you watch TikTok, these Trump supporters are putting these videos out there, and you think that that America is burning down right now, is the way they're portraying it. You can see that these Trump supporters, these right-wing people, want to see this. They want to see these riots. So I Google this. I do the best I can to find out if there is any violence happening in the United States on this Monday or on Saturday or on Sunday. Any violence. I found nothing. Nothing. Maybe a little brush up here or there besides for the white guy shooting and killing a protester. I don't know if that was in California. And that was a right-wing, would appear to be a right-wing Trump supporter, just opening up and shooting some rounds without any direction, just into a group of protesters. So, but my point here is that the willful ignorance of these Trump supporters, they just listen exclusively. And again, I mean, at first I was kidding around when I talked about the cult of Trump, but there's no joking here. This is truly a cult, without a doubt, in every sense of the word. These people will not abandon him for anything. I mean, I truly believe he could come on TV and shoot a basket full of puppies, and Trump supporters would make up a fine excuse for why it happened and why they support it. I truly, truly believe that. This is the scary thing about it, And I worry about after the election, if hopefully Biden does win, what's going to become of these people? Where is all that hate and anger going to go? It's something I think we all need to think about. Even if Trump is kicked out of office, there's still going to be some work to be done. There's still just the reason for Trump is still out there, this hateful anger, and it needs to be addressed. Some stuff to think about. All right, you guys have a good Monday.